Hi, everybody, and thank you for joining me today. This is your reading for Virgo for July 2016. I want to say a big thank you to all you Virgos who have been watching my video so intently. We're once again mid-month. It was at 10,000 views, and so your videos are doing exceptionally well. I love the fact that my fellow Virgo sisters and brothers enjoy the reading as much as I like making them for you guys. The second thanks that I want to send out is to Kim, who had purchased the Margaret Petersen tarot deck for me as a gift. And I do want to tell you guys that when I request you guys to connect me with a deck or something that I want to buy, by no means am I insinuating that you guys buy it for me. Having said that, it's a wonderful gift, and I'm so thankful for it, Kim. So because of her generosity, we're able to enjoy this reading for July. That's very special. It's going to feature the dark border Margaret Petersen deck and the light border. So the other thing that I want to mention is the summer contest. The summer contest is a contest in which you guys are to watch the meditations on my meditation channel. So you need to watch one full meditation to the end and comment and subscribe to the channel, and then you'll be entered. The prize is reading with me. And you can choose the reading, be it a 1-hour consultation, a year preview reading, or an oracle painting. The next deck that I'm using is Tarot Resum, which is the deck that I used for the 2016 overview reading. It's a beautiful deck, and so we'll be using this deck as well, and for the reading. And the readings will be happening every day for the next few days at 6 a.m. and 8 a.m. PST. I'm also using these wonderful little First Nations stones. They're not runes, so as to give us messages for the reading and to give us perspective. So the reading I had in mind for you guys today is the light and the shadow, since I have both the light version of the Margaret Petersen tarot and the dark version. So I hope you guys are looking forward to that. I just started playing some meditation music in the background. This is sponsored by Crystal, and Crystal sponsored this meditation. It's going to be up on the meditation channel soon. This is the soundtrack I recently composed, so I hope you guys enjoy that. In the center of the reading, I chose the High Priestess card. The High Priestess card is special because it depicts what the reading that we're going to be doing today. On the one hand, we have the dark column, and on the second side there is the light column. So the High Priestess is the oracle of vision for the two sides, the dark and the shadow and the light. Remember that with the shadow, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's negative, and with the light, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's purely positive. Both are parts of life, parts of nature, parts of ourselves, so I hope that you're able to connect with it at that level. The last thing that I'll mention is at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, I will be talking about this reading and the Aquarius reading today. So every day at 10 a.m. on the live Veroosh live vlogs channel, I will be talking in more detail about the readings, so feel free to come and join me there. Let's pick a stone from these earth stones. So I picked one for you, Virgo. And now let's pick a card from Tarot Resum for the theme of the overall energy of the month. Okay. Now I'm going to pick 10 cards from the shadow side. Sorry. 1, 2, cards are very thick because they're such high quality. This is the first edition. She didn't just, the deck is out of print, and it's, the purple border is impossible to get. By the way, it's in German, so if I mix up the numbers, I'm sorry about that. And so here we have the light. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay. Alright, so let's take a look through the cards and see what they mean. So the central message is happiness, Virgo. So we have a little frog. I can double check for you guys which nation this is. So happiness is the core message. This frog was made by Ernest Swanson of the Haida Nation. So this is, a lot of these are Haida, but not all. I didn't think it was Haida, but it is. So there's a different artist for every stone. Very happy little frog for Virgo. At the center message we have the Chariot. So this is a promise of overcoming barriers, overcoming circumstances that may have limited us. We're very powerful at this month in July. This is a month of transcendence. The Chariot is also the card that governs Cancer, which begins its course in July. So expect this to be a very serendipitous time in your lives, ones in which big questions are being answered. Now, because of the candle, I have to make an adjustment here so you guys can see and so that I don't burn my cards. So we'll put the Chariot here, and then we'll put the message, the happy frog, here. So there's happiness coming to you as you come to a conclusion with regard to some things that have been on the outskirts working their way out. So I feel as though there's been quite a bit of work for Virgo to do. There may be large life themes that Virgo rising and Virgo moon have been working out in their lives. The Chariot is saying that some of these large themes are coming to a conclusion. So for example, let's say that you always procrastinate, that you're never able to complete things on time, or that you meet a particular type of person that treats you a certain way and you never are able to deal with them correctly. The Chariot says that this is a time in which all those things can be addressed and you can move past those barriers and challenges in your life. The Chariot is also a big card of love, and love is coming into your life at this time. The Chariot is also an affirmation of business success, and so therefore you are able to achieve business success and acumen at a higher level than ever before. In the shadow we see, excuse me about my voice, we have the Seven of Discs. This came up for Aquarius as well. Seven of Discs in this deck is so beautiful. So in the shadow there's a deep need, a very deep need associated with having to find your resources, to collect your resources in a certain way, or try to secure financial wealth for yourself a certain way. There's a need for you to not spend money at this time and hold on to it because something is coming up. You feel that tentatively there's good things that are coming for you, and whatever you spend your money on now will be a waste. Your time and energy will be needed in a new direction soon. And so as they are needed in a new direction, that's when you'll need the money or the resources that you accumulate. Remember that this is the shadow side of things, so this is happening closely within your heart or below the surface. The Seven of Discs is saying that you are in some way needing to invest in yourself as well. This can really be a suggestion that in your personal space, in your personal time, you do some kind of exercise that no one sees. You may be exercising in your room, or maybe really early or late at night, at times when nobody else is paying attention. So you're doing all this in the shadow. You may be eating better, but you're hiding that fact, just keeping it close to yourself so as not to spoil the experience. So this is really promising that success will be achieved if you persist, but this is really happening in the happenings of your personal space. The next card is the Nine of Flames for Virgo. So this is building up security for yourself within your own space, and this is in the light. So you've built up some kind of stronghold. So you can think of, everybody loves Game of Thrones, so you've built up your little village, and there's a moat around it, and you're sitting in the middle of the village, and you are, sorry about the ambulance, and you are protecting yourself and your interest. You are taking care of yourself on a personal level, and you are in a strong position to move forward when it's the appropriate time. Just looking at the general themes of the reading, it appears as though this is a really wonderful time for you to wait. You're progressing on a personal level in so many ways, and yet there's these cards of tentativeness. This is kind of the break before the dawn, right? This is you seeing that the sun will rise in just a split moment. You're aware and cognizant of the things that are coming to you, but it's just a little bit, it's like, this is almost like you're at a concert or some kind of event, and you know that it starts at 8, but it's 7:45, and you're sitting there in attention, and everybody is sitting with you in attention, just waiting for the concert to begin. And that really speaks to the Nine of Flames and the Seven of Discs, in which you're tentatively waiting for something to manifest, something to develop. And what's developing is not a contest. Your life is developing, and the purpose of that is happiness. So the core message is that happiness is coming to you, and you are evolving and moving forward, expanding. And it's time now to both hold on to your resources for when they are needed, and then also hold on to your sacred space, take care of your sacred space, so that you are ready to take advantage of the privileges that you have in order to make an impact and to manifest a whole lot of success soon. The top card for the light is the Four of Feathers. Again, this is really talking to rest, the need for rest. So the Four of Feathers is beautiful because it's talking about you can rest easy knowing that you have succeeded. So the whole beginning of the month, you are already aware that you have succeeded in what you have tried to achieve, and you can rest assured that where you're moving to is better, and it's transcendent, and it's where you want to go. This is a card also promising you that this month you will not have to work so hard. You will not have to try so hard. You will not have to push so hard in whatever it is you're trying to achieve. The push is done in June, I suspect. You have applied yourself and seen the outcomes of that application. You've manifested for yourself the outcomes that you wanted. And now you're just resting and peaceable and peaceful with what you have gotten out of this. This is a wonderful time for art and creativity, Virgo. This is a great great time for vision boards or any kind of visual representation of the things that you want to achieve in your sacred space. So manifesting through the light the potential of your being, which is the Chariot, the overcoming of all circumstances and all barriers in your life. In the shadow side, we have the Hierophant. The Hierophant is the card of the community, and it's also the card of dogma. So it always makes me think of some kind of limitation or some kind of rigid set of rules that a person has to interact with. And in the shadow, we have this expectation on Virgo to be a certain way and to conform in order to participate in the community. And so therefore you come to realize at the beginning of July that you are in a relationship with a community in some way, and that community puts on you certain rules and expectations that you are meant to abide by. Overall, this community is supportive to you. Imagine being happy at a church and having to fulfill certain rules and etiquette. In Poland, where my family is from, people on Sundays, women on Sundays, when they went to church, would always wear a hat. You could not go to church without a hat on. And so that was a part of the decorum of that church participation. And so it's these informal and formal rules that people abide by in order to join in communities. They can be religious communities, such as churches in Poland and around the world, or it can be personal communities, such as a marriage. So it doesn't necessarily mean that the community is toxic, but it is asking you to somehow hold on to certain beliefs or to certain agreements that it's imposing upon you. And I think that for that reason alone, it's time for you to not spend so much resources to hold on and invest, because you have something brewing in your own direction that is going to manifest, that you're going to push forward. Okay? The next two cards are the Daughter of Coins and the Mother of Cups. Wow. Okay. Strong feminine energy in the light. So this is like angels coming into your life. Look for Tauruses, Capricorns, and Virgos. Probably younger women, but it can actually mean younger men as well. And the Mother of Cups, who would be a Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer, and an older woman or an older soul. This can be an older man as well. These people provide you support. The Daughter of Coins will ultimately provide you ideas with regard to projects and concepts that you want to materialize in your life. This is someone who's very eager to work with you in a physical way in order to achieve something. So, this is a person with whom you end up doing things when you hang out, such as building something or making something. This is a very hands-on person. This is a person with whom you'd go to a yoga class with. This is someone who has lots of energy and is excited about the potential of making things in the world. The Mother of Cups is a water energy, and she's the seer. She is associated with the High Priestess. The Queen of Cups is the sister of the High Priestess, or the physical manifestation of the archetype of the High Priestess, which is this card, right? So they're very similar cards. They're very similar individuals. The Mother of Cups is an oracle. She looks into potential, into the future, and gives you insight and intuition. So as you are resting, you are going to have these escorts. You are going to have these companions with you who are giving you positive information and insight into your own happiness. So even though, you're resting, even though you are kind of waiting for the right time to move forward, you're still having interactions, particularly with friends who are holding you up and lifting you up. If you are in relationships with women, then the Mother of Cups could very well be your partner, in which time there's a lot of downtime, a lot of cuddling in the bed, a lot of sweet moments that you are sharing together. And so together you are having a lot of fun. You are really enjoying each other's space in a very quiet way. There could be also a Daughter of Coins, a child involved, and so therefore this could be a very nice home environment that is very supportive. If it's none of these things, then it can be the manifestation of your own personality as you overcome things. On the one hand, you have all these positive ideas brewing within yourself that you're ready to start materializing into something concrete. And then on the other hand, you're having these robust romantic feelings about the world and expansion and insight into circumstances and situations. On the shadow side, we see this is the High Priestess, but eight of wands, I think. Oh shoot, because these are in German, so yeah, this is the 8 of wands. So the 8 of wands is saying that good messages are coming to you and they are lifting you up. And then we have the High Priestess, which is again reminding us of our insight and intuition. Look how beautiful she is. And do you guys see how beautiful these purple border decks cards are? They're just amazing. I don't understand why they reprinted them like this, but the purple, some people say they like this light border version, but I love this one. Anyway, so I really want to just mention to you that there could be some really positive messages coming to you in the shadow. So messages coming to you in the shadow are like messages of love in the night, a text message that comes to you, you know, from an admirer, somebody who loves you, your husband or your wife sends you loving messages. This can also mean with the High Priestess here in the shadow, this is true intuition through dreams. You could be having wonderful dreams in July, Virgo. And so the High Priestess is giving insight and intuition into the manifestation of reality, and that's giving you a heightened positive feelings. It's giving an affirmation that there are messages coming to you in the darkness, in the shadow, that are lifting you up. So it's you're waking up every moment lifted and rejuvenated, full of hope and ambition. And that's so beautiful. That's really adding to this Chariot, overcoming circumstances, overcoming troubles of the past, really consolidating and taking on the attitude of success, taking on the attitude of perseverance. This can be also a love relationship. So we have the dogmatic love of the Hierophant, who's also called the Pope in traditional decks. And then the High Priestess, who's this transcendent form. She's the only one who exists both in the supernatural world and our practical world at the same time. And so she's able to transcend both spaces. But she's the feminine to the High Priest's masculine, if you really want to think about it in those terms. So again, this is like a deep spiritual love and connection. This is a sight that you are in the arms of a true love. You are in the arms of some kind of very serious relationship. That relationship can exist right now in the shadow. The shadow says that's what's underneath the psyche in your dreams and connected through some kind of connection with that other person. So for many of you, you might be feeling these things and feeling like, I'm waking up in love, but where is he or she? And so this is saying that yes, this connection is only going to grow stronger. So you're going to need to fill and fulfill this and feed it as much as possible in order to make it come forward in your life. Here we have in the light, this is a moment of preparedness. This is almost like your bridesmaids around you circling, or your mother with you as you are getting prepared for the next phase of life. So many of you are in that tentative space of love, right on the doorstep of a very serious union. Let's continue. So we have the Ace of Flames, the Father of Cups, and then the Tower in the center. So in July, what we're going to see is that there's an abrupt shift also, which is connected. Remember, it's the Chariot. So even though we have the Tower in the center, the Chariot is assuring that success is going to happen. This is the calm before the storm in July. And remember, this is all in the light. So what's happening is that there's a huge transformation and a shift that is about to happen. And through that, you're going to redirect your energy, your light energy, in a new way. So the Ace of Wands is saying that you're going to take on a completely new route, a completely new path. The Father of Cups is a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio male. He's ready for marriage. He can represent a father who has passed away. So I'm not saying that your father will pass away, but if your father or grandfather has passed away, this is a message that your grandfather or your father is here with you. The Tower at the center, of course, is upheaval. At the center, it's a very significant card. But I think what it's in reference to is the rest. It's saying, Virgo, you've been resting, and now you're rested, and it's time for you to move forward. So I think that it's really important for you to move forward when this calls upon you. It's saying it's time for you to, plan your life, move forward, charge ahead, apply yourself, feast on what is around you. You are prepared. You're not in any way limited by your physical ability. You're not in any way limited by whatever kind of exhaustion you're resting. Now it's time for you to move ahead. It's the change in life. So basically, you're moving from a place of rest to a place of activity in July, and that's what the Tower is meaning. So now let's take a look at the shadow side. So we have the Mother of Flames. So she's a Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries woman. So this is something that could have been, all these messages that I'm giving you forward could have been mirrored by another friend or oracle or someone who is somehow involved. She could be a Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo woman who is giving you all this information and has taught you on how to move forward with things. So we have also the Father of Flames. So he is the King of Flames, and so again, Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries. And at the center we have the Three of Swords. So there is a broken heart that Virgo is mending. So at the center of both issues are pretty stark cards. Everything around them is full of joy and happiness and love. But in the center there's this hurt. There's something that is still working itself out. And I think that sometimes hurt can be a mobilizing factor. It can get us to work out. After we break up with someone, we hit the gym really hard. After some significant life event that shakes us, we changed our way of life and path. And I think that this is the change in July, that you feel that mobilizing hurt in the shadow and you're moved forward. But you're being supported by two fire signs, so both male and female, and they're holding you up. They're seeing this. Sometimes I feel as though this is a significant hurt for Virgo. This is a significant disenchantment with the world, and around there is a lot of supportive energy, which makes me feel as though this is very profound. It's not like some general heartache or disappointment or sadness. This is something quite significant and huge in your life, Virgo. So I see that. And remember, with the Three of Swords or the Three of Feathers here, beautiful card also. This is the best Three of Feathers I've ever seen. I mean, these cards I can read for hours, right? They're beautiful. But the three of Feathers here, to me, really represents the dealing with a heartbreak, the dealing with an issue. This isn't the onset of a new relationship or the onset of some other hurt. And I think that's probably why this card is at the bottom. That maybe at the beginning of the month you're surrounded by all these positive energies and they're growing and growing, but here we have the Seven of Discs, and the Seven of Discs is saying, hold on to your money, hold on to your resources, and as you do so, you'll need it later. And so I think that here you have these really supportive fire energies carrying you through, carrying and ushering you out through a difficult time and heartbreak. And so this is reflective in your day-to-day life, with fundamental changes coming upon you as you begin in a new direction. But the energies here are the water signs, which are the emotional supports. And those emotional supports are going to carry you through and allow you to manifest this new passion or idea. Remember that the Tower card is a water card. It's governed by water, and so therefore this is an intensely emotional time for you, Virgo. So let's take a look at the final row. We have the Father of Coins. This is you, Virgo, but it can also mean Taurus and Capricorn. A grown man. He's the leader of industry. We have the Seven of Coins. So Seven of Pentacles matches the shadow. So that starts manifesting through our friends and family. So now I'm starting to see that maybe, just maybe, you're saving all this money not for your own personal reasons, but someone around you will need help. I think you're fearing the Nine of Feathers. The Nine of Feathers means the Nine of Swords. You're really afraid of cruelty and sadness and loss. I think that there's a lot of apprehension about the Tower, but the outcome is the Mother of Flames. So we have the Mother of Flames as well here. So she's definitely someone to look out for. Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo woman. And she's giving you good advice and she's seeing you through. So at the end of this transformative experience, you yourself are at a high point. You yourself are the center of attention. You've broken through some kind of glass ceiling, and now you are also the Mother of Flames, Virgo. You yourself are powerful. You yourself have some kind of efficacy and influence over circumstances. There's also a new passion between yourself and the Mother of Flames, or the Mother of Flames and the Father of Coins. So there could be a sexual relationship that grows out of this situation. The Tower often represents abundant, radical, groundbreaking relationship that changes the level playing field of your life. So it's like meeting someone and that night, spending time with them and then spending the night with them and then being together from that point on. That happens. We talk about, people giving each other a lot of room or going lots of dates, etc. But a lot of relationships that I know about from my friends and from you guys who are my clients is that the real relationships happen very abruptly. So you go along with your life and suddenly you meet that right person and that clicks and that creates opportunity. So in July, Virgo, I see you could very well and potentially create something and create a romantic relationship like that. And it would be very physical, very passionate, and you would be turning over a new leaf to be this Mother of Feathers, or of Flames, sorry. So it could be, I feel as though it's a friend around you, but I feel as though it's you as well. There's a great potential for you to have a sudden relationship that's extremely hot and steamy. This can be also you and your partner kind of moving forward in a new passion, finding something new and passionate in the relationship, a resurgence of the love that you have for each other. Just so you notice, it's the King of Discs, a King of Cups, Queen of Cups, Page of Pentacles, the Mother of Wands, and the Father of Wands. So the King of Discs and the Queen of Wands. So around you in your life is a lot of people. There's a lot of people who are involved in your circumstance that you are moving forward. This is a call to action in a big way. So you're moving forward very quickly out of certain circumstances and into new possibilities. Okay, let's take a look at these cards. So here we have Virgo. In the shadow, you get the Nine of Cups. So what happens when we get the Nine of Cups is that we make a wish, and from the shadow side, from the deep down underground id of our being, we can ask the things that are the most significant. Now that wish has already been made, but I encourage all of you watching currently in live, and also those of you who are watching on your own, to post your question in the comment section. And then when you're reading through the comments, wish for the people who have posted their wishes, and together that builds into some kind of fabric of support into manifestation. So feel free to leave your comments right now in the comment section and post your wish, and then at the same time read through the wishes that are coming through. So whatever's deep down in your heart, the thing that you wish for the most is about to happen. The Nine of Cups. In your friends, we have the Son of Discs, so another tons of earth energy everywhere, throughout this whole reading. So Virgos, Tauruses, and Capricorns are very important for you at this time. The Son of Discs is about to take you on a journey. He's about to give you some kind of opportunity, and that's in relation to the... Oh, sorry, this isn't the Father of Flames, because this is the Father of Flames, that's right. So it's in relationship with the King of Wands, for whom you have a deep psychic connection. I think you're separating yourself from the King of Flames now. I think that this energy's been with you for a long time, and now you're going a different direction. But you are being escorted and supported by somebody who is the Son of Discs, who's giving you a lot of positive physical attention. Now with your hopes and fears, we have the Son of Swords. So this is the Prince of Swords. So you're worried about someone being very harsh and critical with you, and I don't think that's going to happen. I think what you're dealing with is a lot of earth, a lot of fire, and a lot of water energy, or significant. That water energy is kind of leaving now, and then the onset of fire and earth is happening for you in your life. And so that fire and earth makes things very pragmatic, very hands-on, and the fire makes you very abundant and prosperous and seeking, growth and expansion. The outcome is the Art Temperance card. Such a beautiful card in this deck. So in the shadow, in everything, you're combining all these forces, your desires, your heartbreaks, heartaches, and you're bringing forward new states of being, Virgo. You're gonna, at the end of the month, you're gonna be able to figure everything out. I think that you're gonna be thrown a lot. Remember that the key message that we have is happiness. So you're searching for happiness, and happiness is hard to find sometimes. And you need to work hard in order to achieve it. So this is a breakthrough in happiness by allowing yourself to grieve, allowing yourself to have that heartbreak so you can, by the end of the month, grow up and out of it. So this is your own personal choice. This is not stuff happening to you or about you. This is your own personal choice that is allowing you to move forward and expand. So this is really breaking through the glass ceiling of some kind of suppression or limitation in your life. And you're able to move forward. You're really able to break free. I think at the end of the day, you're going to be very successful financially. We have the Father of Coins. There won't be much need for you to have to hustle this month. I think that the main work that you're doing is the transition from a passive state in which you are receiving, the vessel, to an active state, which is much more yang energy, producing, making, etc. This makes sense because Neptune has gone retrograde, and now in July Mars is going direct. So this is a big time for you to move forward on the things that have bothered you, the things that didn't add up, and you're transcending. You're like, no more of this. I'm going to move forward now. And you're moving forward in good company with good people. There's just people around you everywhere in July. Anyway, Virgo, I hope that you enjoyed this reading, and make sure to leave your wishes in the comment section below. And I hope that you guys are wishing for each other. I'll be talking about this reading and the Aquarius reading at 10 a.m. on the Veroosh live vlogs. But thank you for watching. Take care. Bye.